And here's the video review for Dark of the Moon Cyberfire Bumblebee. And he is just a straight repaint. There's no remolding. He's just a straight repaint of the regular Dark of the Moon Deluxe. So we won't focus too much on transformation when we get to it. We'll just kind of speed through it. You see he's got kind of a crackly fire, electric lightning motif. I guess you want to look at it with reddish windows. His black spoilers painted yellow, and then the yellow paint on this. I got some decent paint apps here on my lightning effects up here, but as you can kind of see on the spoiler, the black it's all yellow paint on black. Everything, all the yellow on this toy is yellow paint on black plastic, and it shows up as yellow paint on black plastic. The black shows through. It's not perfect. It's not super horrible, and it kind of fits the look of the dark Bumblebee here, but it's a little annoying. The paint oversprays a lot more. Oh, excuse me. It's 2 a.m. What do you expect? The paint oversprays a little obvious on some of the edges. It's not bad, and your mileage may vary, so take a good look at him in vehicle mode in package before you pick one up, because I have seen some that have some slightly more messed up paint applications. But yeah, that's all I have to say about that. He's a standard car. He's got the same mech tech weapon as the original Bumblebee that does the same morphing into the cannon, which can plug right here on top. And that is one of the spring-loaded mech tech ports that fills in the hole when you not have a weapon in it. So to transform him, you just want to split the legs back here, or open up the doors, I guess, is first. Split the legs back here, and then bring this whole roof assembly up. Get that out of the way. Now I'm going to go ahead and pop these parts off the leg, bring the leg down. That'll snap up into place, straighten out the foot. And the same over here. Open this up, bring this all the way up, flatten the foot down. There you go. These panels, we go ahead and lift the arms up, pull the wheels out, lift the arms up, around like this, around like that. Flip this piece, pull these pieces forward and up. Flip this piece down, form his abdomen, and then bring that down, plopping his head up, and this will peg right into just push that down until it clicks. I like to push these kind of back down flat against his chest. They still come up a little bit and move, but I think they look better pushed up against his chest. Now bring the legs down. I'll go ahead and pop this piece up a little bit too, bring the legs down, and then flip these panels up. Now something to be careful of, I noticed it, Vangelis's didn't have it, but Random Factors did, and mine did as well. For some reason, this panel on his left leg to your right, you bring it up like this and it's fine, but it got jammed folding back like this, like it would only fold like that far. And it's supposed to fold flat like that. I did go in there and clean out some of that plastic, and that seemed to work. It did look like there was some mold flash or some sort of excess plastic down on this joint. And I did manage to carve that out now, so it's flat mostly. But just a heads up that is something that I saw on at least 2 different versions of the figure, so it may be more common than that. And then bring this up, fold this down on this panel. I like to kind of slide this up behind the wheels. It just kind of holds it in place a little better. I'll flip up the windows. You don't have to, but they are there to be flipped up. They don't work in vehicle mode. And then bring the arms down and open up the hands. And there you have creepy Bumblebee in robot mode. And you can position that however you want. And he is capable of holding his gun in his hand, not very well. Honestly, I don't know why that is, because my original Dark of the Moon Bumblebee held this just fine in his hand. This one seems to kind of like to droop, but it does peg into the mech tech ports. There's one on each of his forearms here. So you can have him like that. And again, there he is. He's kind of a dark repaint of Bumblebee, black with some yellow lightning strike emblems and tamphographs, and you can kind of see it in this. And when Random Factor showed me his, it was the first thing I noticed, is he's got these creepy glowing eyes. Like here he is, he's not even getting hit directly by light, and his eyes just kind of have this creepy glow. And if you point him down, even if you're in a room with light, if you point him down toward the ground, see if I can capture this on film. Even when there's not actually light directly hitting him, his eyes still have this creepy glow. And if you hold him up to the light, his eyes really get a creepy glow. So, yeah, somebody I think mentioned they'd already repainted him to look like a skull. And geez, that would be freaky. This is a bumblebee that will steal your nightmares. And random, I think it was Random Factor who pointed out that, like, if you read his bio in the right way, it's kind of sounds like Bumblebee has programmed himself for murder. From what I remember of the bio, it was basically just Bumblebee spent all the time working with Teletran 1 to come up with all sorts of new ways to defeat his enemies. But in light of just his design and his creepy, creepy soul-searching eyes, you could totally take that to mean that, like, Bumblebee has reprogrammed himself for murder. And in the movie universe, he'd fit right in. So, yeah. Really creepy. It's really cool. And everybody I know, like, it just kind of was a chain. Like, somebody showed it to me, and I saw those creepy eyes and how spooky they were, and I said, I gotta get one of those bumblebees. And I showed it to somebody else, and they ended up getting one of those bumblebees, and eventually Evangelist got one. A lot of people picked up this bumblebee, this Cyberfire bumblebee at TFCon last week. And he really is a lot cooler in person. He really looks neat. I'm glad I picked him up. But he definitely has those creepy eyes. But there you have it, Cyberfire Bumblebee.